Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in once again. My guest today is Mr. Ekow Mensah. Ekow is a big man. Emphasis on the big man. For anybody who knows him, you know, Charlie, this guy is doing great things. He's very active on Facebook, educating all the time. Charlie, Ekow, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Eugene.
So Ekow is actually the CEO of EMI Group Africa. He's a business coach. He's a life strategist as well. And you're going to learn a lot today. Trust me on that. Ekow, you're welcome once again.
Thank you, Eugene.
So how's life been?
It's been fantastic. It's been a learning opportunity every day. And every day we are presented with opportunities and challenges. And we are learning and becoming better every day. So generally, it's been amazing.
I see you are very busy, like a very busy man.
Well, we have only one life and then just 24 hours in a day, so we need to be busy.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's either you're busy or you're lazy, so you choose one.
Wow, I like that. It's either you are busy or you are lazy.
I rather like to be called busy than lazy, so.
That's great. You know, Ekow, every time on Money Hub, our Money Hub team go out to the public to ask them some very salient questions, okay? These are questions on their minds that they don't have anybody to speak to about. So we go there, offer them the opportunity and ask them, how are you doing this? How's the business going? Inflation is going high. Like, you know, how are you surviving this business? And they give us, they are very truthful to us, and they tell us their struggles and all of that. Let me, as a business coach, you have coached a lot of people. A lot of people have come to you for coaching. In your opinion, okay, if we go to Facebook or let me say Google, you Google reasons why business fail. There are a lot of them. But in your opinion, what are the main reasons why businesses are struggling or businesses fail?
Okay, so what is a business? Okay, a business is anything that you are doing to present a set of services or products to people that can afford it. Okay. And by they patronizing those services and products, you get money. All right, but then in the broader sense, business is presenting solutions to problems or needs that people have.
Solutions.
So then, yeah, exactly. So then when you present those solutions, then they pay you for it. One of the major reasons why a lot of businesses would probably go out of business, if I can say that, or would collapse now, is their inability to adapt.
Okay.
So adaptability is very important, especially in this consistent changing world. You may be producing, let's say, desktops, but the world is evolving. So then if you consistently do well in producing desktops, you will probably collapse.
Wow.
Because now you're getting a point where people have evolved beyond desktops. And then even though you're doing something that met a need before, it is not a need that people have now, because it has evolved to a point where maybe they don't need desktop anymore. Everybody is probably going mobile. So then if you're a business that is doing desktop and then you are not recognizing the changing times, so going into mobile, maybe mobile systems, mobile desktops or something, making it smaller as a screen, then eventually you're going to collapse. Not because you're not doing something that people wanted, but the needs have evolved. So then if the needs evolve as a business, you need to adapt. So you can't say, oh, this is my business, and then, no. You would definitely, so that's one of the major things that would guarantee the success of a lot of business, adaptability, and the speed of adaptability. And that's why a lot of big businesses are suffering, because it is more difficult to adapt in big businesses than small businesses. And that is why now you realize that a lot of small businesses are coming up. And a lot of them cumulatively are competing with the big businesses. The only difference is that big businesses have the advantage of economies of scale. So they're able to purchase a lot and then their prices go down. But a lot of the time, small businesses are able to adapt faster. Two would be cost. Now, when you're a business and you set up and you have like resources and facilities and infrastructure and all those things, and times are changing, you need to, one, adapt, two, reduce cost. A lot of people are working from home. So then if by operations you can build the systems in such a way that people can work from home, get rid of offices. Reduce light bill costs, reduce internet costs, reduce whatever cost, both for you as a business and then for the employees in your office. And this is not to tell my employees that work from home, because I can see one staring at me over there. You are not working from home. But basically, as a business, aside adaptability is reduction of cost. Because there are some fixed costs that you can easily get rid of. There are some recurring costs that you can also get rid of. And the third one, of course, is focusing on what your client needs. Listen, business is not even about how exciting you are or how excited you are about your product or service. It is always about who are you serving. And can they afford what you're doing? Because the closer you are with the clients, the more you're able to find out what their needs are, and it would help you to adapt, to reduce costs, and still to serve them with that level of excellence. Because really, you're not in business for yourself. You're in business for people. So then if you don't have people to serve, that's when your business collapses. So these are the 3 things I'll share amongst other things. 1 is adaptability, 2 is reduction of cost, and of course the third one is focus on the client. I cannot emphasize this enough.
Super. Listen, it's getting hot in here, as I always say. Somebody call fire service. It's getting hot in here. Okay, so Ekow, let me zoom in on what you just said. Adaptability. Why do you think people are not able to adapt? Because you see, just like you're saying, I should adapt. In my thinking, I'm thinking, or somebody may be thinking right now, should I leave what I am selling? Let's say I sell ice creams. Should I leave the ice creams and go sell something else? Is that what Ekow is saying? And if you also say that I should reduce my cost, Ekow, in this Ghana that we are right now, is it feasible to reduce cost?
Well, if you decide to work from home, you reduce the cost of transport in and out. And probably of feeding, because if you go to work, you buy food at a certain amount, but if you stay home, you cook and then you enjoy the food and it will last longer. So ultimately you reduce cost. And it depends on the kind of business. And COVID showed us that even big businesses that we never thought they could work from home are working from home. We never thought bankers could work from home, but they are working. So it's adaptability, you see. And to the first question about should you stop this and go and sell this, why not? I mean, what
about, you see, most of the time somebody starts a business, well, I think that will be in our question too, but most of the time somebody starts a business because the person is passionate about something, and then let's say I'm passionate about sewing, I'm a fashion designer, and the business is not going so well. Should I leave that and go and do, let's say, go sell something, or go and maybe do some other crafts?
See, passion is overrated. If you're passionate, be passionate about what clients are buying. Not passionate about your ideas alone. Because if your ideas are the things that people are buying, then fine. 2 passions coming together and then they make you money. But then if you're only passionate about your ideas, then you go find your own money and then feed the ideas. Because you see, for something to be sustainable and to consistently grow, you cannot be the only person that is passionate about it. And that's what investors look for. Because if an investor is not passionate about what you're doing, they won't give you your money. Their money. If a client is not passionate about what you're doing, they won't pay you for that service or product. So you see, we get overly excited about the things we want to do, forgetting that we don't have the money to sustain our passion for that long. So if you're passionate about an idea nobody's buying, eventually you run out of money, and the moment you run out of money, you realize that, Charlie, there's no passion in poverty.
I like that.
When you're hungry, there's no passion.
It's true. You realize there's no passion in poverty.
So be passionate, but be passionate about things that people are patronizing. So then if you realize that this mic is actually something that people are buying, you see, the core business here, especially for people that are selling, is the trade. The products can change. Don't forget that. Whatever, for instance, somebody is producing liquid soap. People don't want liquid soap anymore. You've mastered the act of production, but you can learn another products that people want. So then still move that skill into another product, but you've mastered the art of selling whatever you produce. And that is where the business is, this trade. So you could even literally say that, okay, production is it's costing me a lot. So now I'm not going to produce anymore. I'm going to have a third party that will produce for me because I have mastered the act of selling. Your focus is just selling. You see, so sometimes we miss the whole thing. So it's not about, it's about who wants this and are they willing to pay. And the more you get them, the more they pay you, the richer you become. And the richer you become, the more you can feed your passion. Don't forget that. You only are able to feed your own passion because you have the money. But here in our area, because outside in the Europes, in the American and all that, they have all these patient capital. So then if you are excited about the thing, yes, people are able to give you money to just do try and error. But here, money is already tight. So there's nothing like try and error here. It's either you succeed or
you don't succeed.
Exactly. So that's why you can't feed your passion when you're hungry.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So in effect, let's say if you are doing a business, it will be wise. Maybe somebody right now, it will be wise for you to perhaps list the things, whatever you are passionate about, to validate it, right? It will be wise for you to validate it. Okay, I'm passionate about, let's say, photography. But I must go and find out whether people are also passionate about it before I carry it out.
The evidence of passion is in paying. If people are not paying you for what you're passionate about, you're not in business. Because the whole term of business is an exchange of value. So you're giving me something that I have placed a value on, and that value is reflective of the amount of money I'm giving you. Exactly. So then if there's no exchange of value, it's just a one-sided thing. You're not in business. You're only like, it's a hobby. You're enjoying it. And that's why people that turn their hobby into business are the most fulfilled, because they're already doing something they enjoy. And now people have seen that, oh, I want it. So they place the value on it. So somebody is cooking at home for their friends. They are happy about it. Now they are ordering it because they place the value on the thing that the person was just enjoying. So now it turns into a business, and we're talking about business. We're being focused on what makes you money.
I hope you guys are listening.
We have to put it in context.
Ekow is big on the money. Ekow is big on the money.
You see, okay, so we have, in business there are several stages. Okay, we have the ideation, where you're doing testing of ideas, and that's where a lot of people give grants to try their idea. Okay. Until the idea gets to the market where people accept it and there's a proof of concept, then it moves into a startup business. A lot of people are in the idea stage and they are excited about it, but they also have obligations and responsibilities.
Exactly.
You see, when you have those obligations and responsibilities to fend for yourself and sometimes to fend for people, you cannot spend too much time at the ideation stage. You have to enter something that is already proven. Okay. And it is only proven because of the value that people are giving for it, so the money that people are paying. Now when we say focus, for instance, you're selling X and people are buying, why would you stop and now go and sell pure water? It's just pure greed.
But not necessarily stopping, but let's say adding pure water to it.
Why? You should justify the reason why you're at. No, if you're busy selling the X, for instance, you're selling X and then you have 50 customers. And then next week you have 100 customers. And then next week you have 500 customers. At what time would you get to start another? Do you know what I'm saying? So let me explain it this way. When you start a business, you put your time and ideas and intellect and everything into transforming the product and service into money. Okay. And then you use the money to buy other people's time, ideas and intellect. Wow. That's how the progression is. So when you start, make sure you're focusing on that which gives you money, and then that money enables you to now hire people that are sometimes even smarter than you to be able to help you do the investments you want to make. Because there's a difference between your business and there's a difference between investment. Investment is something that you are using money to make more money. Okay. But a business is something you're using your ideas, your intellect, your time, and then maybe the savings you have to convert into money. Okay. Because if you spend all your savings and you're not making money, you're not in business. You're literally losing all that money. So then you start a business, you put all your effort in it, make sure it has, value to people who can afford. And as they bring you their money, you then use that money to buy other people's time to do those investments for you. So anybody that has multiple businesses should place themselves in a point where they have enough money to feed those businesses. Wow. But if it's just you and you know that something is working, you won't even have time to be thinking of other things when that thing is working so much. It's not possible. Because the more clients are coming, the busier you become. Then you bring somebody else to also serve the client, bring another person to serve the client. But the moment clients start going down, that's when you think, what is happening? Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just a change in taste, change in the way the system is. People just don't have disposable income. So maybe they are not chilling as much as they used to. That is when you think, okay, what else can you add, or what else can you go into to give value to people to make money? So don't get me wrong. If you call it business, the only evidence of something that is called business is money. Wow. Without money,
Ekow is on the same page with us, because we call this show the Money Hub.
There's no. But how do you call something business?
It's true.
If you're not making money, you're literally just having fun.
And a lot of people are wasting your time.
Yes, if you're having fun, that's okay, and that's the value you get.
If you really want to make business, you should know the path.
And these are things we weren't told.
That's true.
We're just told this passion,
Yes,
and
it's true.
we're all chasing passion till we became broke, and then we stop and go and work for somebody
It's
to
true.
chase money.
It's very
Think
true.
about it.
Yeah.
So a lot of us don't know the dedication it takes to make money. So a lot of young people are very lazy. So you employ them in your business, and then you get them, you tell them, listen, make me money, and they are like, they don't know
really
what to
get
do.
it. They
don't
don't
get it. And they feel that you're pushing them too hard. But who should make the money and then you get paid?
It's true.
You know, and it's just like what we were told, how we were oriented, and even culturally, the way we see money is very funny.
Yeah.
You know, and I that's why I like the program you're doing, because you see, you can't perfect anything you don't study, you don't practice, and you don't master.
I like that.
So then if you're not, you
repeat that
can't
for me?
perfect anything you don't study, you don't practice, and you don't master. If you want a lot of money, you need to study it.
Yes.
You need to practice it, and you need to master it. And that's why it doesn't even take somebody who speaks English to make a lot of money. Trust me, there are a lot of people in Makola who can give you $1 million just like that, and they won't blink.
Wow.
But a lot of people have all these PhDs, and they can't even give you
they can't make
1,000
the money.
cities. Yes. What's the difference?
It's Ekow, you know, it's one of the main reasons why we started this show. So that we'll be able to teach, because listen, we always think, why is it that they don't teach us about money? There's no subject called
Because the
money
people,
making.
the teachers don't know.
They don't know, that's true.
If they knew, I'm sure they probably would. So
That's very true.
They don't know. And it's up to you, you know, because everybody's threshold for the money they want to have is different. So it's up to you to really go find these things for yourself. And it's up to you to focus on value. Because money is not God-made. Money is man-made. So then you can only get it from man. So then if you don't perfect what you need to give to man, I mean man in context,
Yes.
both man and woman.
Yeah,
Now women even have more money than. So if you don't perfect what you have to give them to get the money, you can't possibly be rich.
This is awesome. I'm learning so much today. Ekow, just hold it there. Let me just you know, just like Ekow was saying, you are very big on social media. Sometimes I even think you sleep there on Facebook. But the way you use Facebook, I just get so impressed. Okay, I get so impressed. I would want to know. Okay, how can small businesses take advantage of current technologies at our disposal, especially the free ones? How can we take advantage of these things?
So first of all, recognize that everyone on social media is a human being. Sometimes we just count it in numbers. So I have 100 friends, I have 1,000 friends, I have 5,000 followers, forgetting that each of them is a human being.
That's true.
And the way you deal with everybody is not different from how you deal with your social media people. And that's why when you put on social media gossip, it goes far.
Yeah.
Because culturally we like to talk to each other. I won't say we like to gossip, but culturally we like to talk to each other. We like to know what's happening in people's lives. We're very curious and very inquisitive. So then gossip travels fast.
Okay.
But at the heart of social media success is engagement.
Okay.
People like to be paid attention to. People like to be recognized. People like to not to be treated like an object. People don't want to be sold to. So you realize that when you post a business poster, it gets very low traction. But when you post some gossip or some politics or some nude, it goes far.
Yeah.
Because generally, people just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Now, as a business, you need to be able to position your brand in such a way that people recognize the level of engagement that you seek to have. So you see that for me, my personal page actually even has more traction than my business page, mainly because I am paying attention to knowing who is behind that page, who is behind the profile, who is chatting with me. So if you recognize, I actually know quite a number of my friends.
Wow.
So it's the recognition that these are human beings.
Not just numbers.
Not just numbers.
Wow.
And that's what sometimes you see a page that has 1 million views, and when they post it's only five likes. How does that happen?
Because they don't engage.
They don't engage
with
anyone. So it's just, social media is a platform that enables us to reach a lot of people in the shortest possible time. If you have to go to everybody's house, it'll be very difficult to reach them. But because of social media, you literally don't just have access to the people, but you have information that you can use to start conversations. If I go on your page right now and I start with, oh, hello Eugene, I saw your last interview on YFM, you're doing amazing.
The conversation starts.
Exactly, because one, I have shown you that I recognize you as a human being. I have shown you that I have gone out of my way to do research. I have shown you that I'm interested in what you're doing. it meets you at the point of your primary Maslow theory of needs, recognition. So then now Eugene will also be curious, who is this guy? Let me go check him out. Let me go and check what his business is. People don't have time because we are inundated with so much. But anybody that you pay attention to also pay attention to you. And that's the basic principle.
And you know what? I feel people of this generation do not really value what they have, because you see, when I started business, I remember one day I walked from Jolo to Circle. I couldn't. The thing is, I couldn't pick a car.
Of course,
it's not because I wasn't having money to pick a car. I couldn't pick a car because I was going from shop to shop
to market.
So I have to go from shop.
They tried it before. That doesn't work.
You know, and that time I even believe that. I was joking with a friend. I said, "You see the Johnny Walker."
You walk more than
perhaps that was my picture because the way I walked. But today I can sit in my house and use Facebook, use Instagram, but people do not realize it. Because they didn't go through what perhaps I went through, so they don't really value what's that's.
And it builds perception and destroys perception a lot. Like, because the moment I get your attention, you want to now come to my page and find out what I'm all about. Now, if you come to my page and there's nothing of value there, I've wasted your time, and I don't get the opportunity. So you need to just be intentional about what you're offering. And that's why solutions are better than products and services. You're not just providing products and services, you're providing solutions. So if you don't engage people, how would you know that they need it? In my office, we do a trial. We send a formatted message to everybody in our contacts, in groups, everywhere. But the moment we start engaging them, for instance, we go to their WhatsApp, we see their name and we say, "Hello, Eugene." Then they want to find out, and then you keep going. But it's always the basic principle of connection. You tell them what you know about them, and you ask them to tell you more about themselves. Because generally, everybody likes to talk about themselves more than anybody else. So the moment you let them know that you know their name, you know a bit about themselves, and you're interested in knowing more about them, you've opened the floodgates, and they'll just talk. And the more you do that, the more attention you get. And some people are better. People are better than me on social media. I mean, I know I'm sure you know Big Gordon, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he's using charity. He's using engagement. He's using people. I mean, at the end of the day, he's really getting a lot of traction.
Wow. Well, we are almost running out of time. We actually ran out of time. But our last question, Ekow, that will be our personal development. Okay. Entrepreneurs usually have a lot of work on their hands. How can entrepreneurs or businesses or business owners keep their business running and also keep developing themselves, like going for trainings, going for, how can we juggle these two?
In summary, a lot of people learn the skills of developing products and service, but they never learn the skills of doing business. So if you want to do well, learn the skills of doing business. There's a way business is done in a way that saves time. A lot of us are doing it in an analog form, and that's why we get tired and we are not able to. But if you're not richer than Bill Gates and he can read so many books in a day, please ask yourself why. The moment you see that you don't have time for yourself or anything else, it means that either you don't know how to work with people or you don't have enough money so that people can work for you. And that's really what I'll say. Make sure you know the art of doing business, and that would help you build your capacity, build your experience, and do better in a very short time.
Wow, this has been so insightful, guys. Man, this is blowing my mind here. Ekow is telling us to make sure we know the art of making money.